Good morning, LinkedIn family. It's a meet and greet Monday, and I am very, very pleased to have a new connection on. And for meet and greet Mondays, I always like talking to new people because it gives me an opportunity to learn about someone else and gives me an opportunity to share someone else with you all. Today, I have the distinct pleasure of speaking with Kristi Wysocki. Wysocki. I knew I would get your last name right. I always do that.
It's Wysocki.
Wysocki, yeah. Like we talked about this first. Wysocki, right? You think I would remember that? Anyways, Kristi is a para dressage judge. I hope I got that right. Who's got a lot of cool things going on. And just real quick, that all has to do with horses. So, but I'm going to let Kristi tell you about it because it's some pretty amazing stuff. Kristi, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm an international dressage and para dressage judge, which are two of the Olympic disciplines. So they both are English riding for people who don't know much about riding, and they're both the dressage is one of the three equestrian sports in the Olympics, and then the para dressage is for the para Olympics, and it's the parallel is what para stands for
Okay.
the riders with disabilities.
Oh, very
So
cool.
I judge both of those internationally. I've judged the World Equestrian Games for the para dressage twice now. I'll be doing the World Championships in 2022
Very
for
good.
that. Yeah.
Very cool.
So, and I also teach riding. I've been riding horses since I was a child and have, some say it's an addiction, and I think they're probably right. I went to engineering school and worked in the oil field for about 12 years.
Oh, wow.
And then decided I wanted to compete. I wanted to get serious about my competition. And I was in Alaska at the time. So that was not the ideal place to do the horses.
Yeah.
So I moved back down to the lower 48, as we called it, from up there, and started focusing on the horses full time and have become an international judge. And I train and teach all over the country and do seminars and help do judges training programs and that kind of thing also.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and in 2020, with all the craziness of the COVID chaos, as
Mhm.
I like to call it, I started doing way more lessons online than I ever have before. I've taught students from other parts of the country virtually, but this year it became a daily routine.
Mhm.
And meetings, of course, became online, and I taught some seminars online. Most of our in-person seminars got canceled, so we tried to replace some of them with some virtual seminars. And during all of that, it dawned on me that we're really missing out in our sport on using the online platform as an educational source. And so I designed a platform of my own, and I launched the first course that has just started here in January, and it's ongoing right now. And it's been really good for me because I know the material really well, and I've done it in person. I can't even remember how many times, but it's been a really cool education for me to learn how to put it online to where it's interesting and engaging and fun. And when you're in a room with people, you can read whether or not you need to spice things up better.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's been good for me to figure out a new way of teaching.
Yeah.
So it's
So
been
you
a fun
pivoted a little
experience.
bit there.
Yeah, yeah. So and it's been fun. It's been I don't always get along with computers that well, so it's been a good education for me to have to learn to get along with them, whether I like it or not.
Mhm.
And it's and I have 93 students right now that are
Oh,
having a lot of fun, and
okay.
so yeah, it's really been fun. I'm looking forward to continuing with that as
So
an
how
additional.
how do you teach something about horses online?
Well, the course that is currently available is the how conformation and movement are important when you're buying, breeding, or training a dressage horse. It's kind of like building a house without the foundation. So
Mhm.
many of us ride our horses and we don't know anything about their conformation, which is how they're built. And a lot of people don't even know the details about their movement. And those are really the foundation of our sport. because they dictate how the horse will move, and the movement of the horse is really what the center of our sport is all about, and the training. So I decided to create this course and go back and teach people these basics. And then the first two sessions are already available, and now we're going to start diving into how those two. First, I went and talked about the basics of each, and now we're going to start talking about how they impact your training and the biomechanics of the horse. So it's really
Wow.
been a lot of fun.
That's, I mean, that sounds fascinating. And you've already got 93 students. Are they like local to you, or are you expansive?
They're all over the country, and I have one from Mexico and one from Canada.
Okay.
And I have a 9-year-old in the course, and I have some judges who are just wanting to get a little bit brushed up on what they already know and get maybe some new ideas and new perspectives.
Okay.
So it's quite an array of people. There's breeders in it. There's a few jumper riders in it, even though it's kind of addressed towards dressage. I am talking about the horse in general also, and talking about different types of horses and how they relate or don't relate to each other, depending on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really designed it so that it could be for a very educated person or a person who's just getting started.
Wow, that's great. So someone who just decided that, maybe a horse person that decided they want to be a judge, your course would be where they would turn to, right?
It would be a good place to start. Yeah, it's a good foundation for that too. Yeah, and people so many times when they go out shopping for horses, they don't know conformation of a horse at all, and they might find a fantastic horse with great training and all of that, and it could have a serious conformation issue, and they could buy a horse that doesn't say sound.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, and horses aren't inexpensive.
Not anymore. Very rare to find an inexpensive one.
They weren't a while when my daughter was young. She had one, so yeah, I remember those days. I mean, she's an adult now, so if she wants a horse, she has to go get her own. But
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, we went through all that with. We were very lucky. The local ranch where I live, they were very good about teaching us all that kind of stuff. Well, not me. I just kind of sat in the car, but. But I wish we would have had something like this available to us. It would have been nice.
It's been a lot of fun, and I've made with each module there's activities to do. You could call it homework if you want. I've tried to avoid that word because I was thinking people might not do it if I called it homework. And I've been highly impressed at all the adults that have actually participated in the homework. And they're all having a lot of fun with it, and they can submit their homework to be evaluated and get feedback. And then at the very end of the education, when they get through the entire course, they can submit a horse with their evaluation of the horse, and then I will assess their evaluation so they can kind of see, where they might have gotten a little bit weak in the course, and where they might need to go back and look a little bit more, and that kind of thing, so that they can experience, not just listen to me, but actually get to apply it and learn it themselves.
That's amazing. That is really cool. So any of you horse lovers out there, or any of you parents that have children, daughters interested in horses, or even sons interested in horses, or if you are just interested, Kristi is someone that you definitely want to connect with. You definitely want to follow. You want to engage with her. She's got some good stuff out there. Kristi, thank you so much for being on Coffee with Bob. I really appreciate it.
It's been a delight. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. You have yourself a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.